Hello? Alright, there you go. Should work now. Hello, everyone. So, I have ideas about Indie Cross. This is sorry about any background noise you might hear. This is my first time doing this. So, we know Indie Cross it. Right. I don't need to explain. But here's, as y'all know, Mr. V1 about to square up with these three. And, according to this guy, I think it was, I don't know, there's like some short I saw somewhere where I think the YouTuber Blue Ghost or something, what was his channel name? Pretty much, it was like a scene where V1 dodges the hammer only to get kicked in the back by, Unithor. And apparently he's on 2 HP, which is a problem for him because last time I checked, the rogues, their blood, it's only really accessible once you kill them. So yeah. Anyway, so I was thinking, how is episode 3 going to go? Because we know how what's gonna happen. We know. V1 fights the rogues. We know We know V1 fights the rogues. We know. We've got a pretty good guess that he's going to lose. We know Shovel Knight goes through his trauma stuff. And there's the new character that appears as some. Zagreus. I've never seen his game. I know it's he's son of Hades, whatnot. Yeah. But I was thinking, because the whole premise of this episode, part of the episode 2 is Frisk getting morals. But then I had an idea. Oh, this is still recording, right? Yeah. I had an idea. Because the knight got turned to gold, presumably, because Frisk is going to be in the same area where the knight got turned to gold. Because, it literally shows the white portals are in that area. So, Frisk will end up there. Meaning, the Frisk has a pretty good chance of finding the knight's goldified body. And, cue whole part where, V1 and Rogues fighting each other. But then in the background of those fights, you may notice some weird oddities. Like, my idea, Frisk trying to maybe either Frisk trying to revive the knight, or random light hits goldified knight and no one notices and the knight tries to kill Frisk. And, the knight will try to, knight tries to kill Frisk, eventually notices Frisk isn't attacking them, even though they very clearly showed Frisk is very, very evil And not to mention, like, in the Knight's journal, where is the journal? Past here. Here. Now, I can't read cursive at all, but according to the wiki, the Knight kind of has, like, a good feeling. Frisk absolutely murdered all of Hallownest. And, like I said, when he realizes Frisk isn't fighting me anymore, and they seem like good. When the Frisk whatever, he's I don't know. I don't think the Knight. Yeah, the Knight's genderless technically. Anyway, they're going to Dreamnail Frisk, and I think at one part in this video here,
with Indie Cross Episode 3's release,
he mentioned that the Knight is going to have a flashback scene. I think, I don't know, I might be misremembering, but Knight flashback scene. Wait, not the Knight. Frisk is gonna have a flashback scene, and obviously the Knight's gonna be like, "Oh, you're not evil anymore. Well, you better fix my world after we deal with this whole crazy nonsense." And guess what's gonna happen next? They're going to revive Beheaded. And guess what else? Beheaded just so happens to have a frying pan he isn't using anymore in that same city, so he could give that frying pan to Frisk. And, frying pan is an actual weapon in, a burnt pan is an actual weapon in, Undertale, so, weapons line up. I mean, Moro did it with, like, the kitchen knife than he had in the real life, so, another replacement weapon, except I have a good feeling a normal frying pan is better than a burnt frying pan that has been sitting in a lava area for who knows how long. But yeah. And then, this will be the team up of the 3 Immortals, is what I'm going to call it, the Immortal Club. Frisk, who's, time travel nonsense stuff. Knight, I don't know how they revive, I think, big, I think it's something to do with, like, leftover, like, shed skin or whatever, bugs shed skin or whatever on the benches. I could be completely wrong about that, but yeah. And then Beheaded, who needs a corpse. And who do we take these 3 here to jump? We could have the Rogues again, except this time, like, remove one of them. But then there's the what else? So Charlotte, although there's a chance she might have absorbed one of the Rogues, as we can already tell. So, and I believe somewhere this Blue Ghost guy said, like, that when said somewhere that when Charlotte gets 2 Rogues and absorbs them, she becomes this form of her again. Which, considering that I was able to just like Control C, Control V, use the knife 50 times, that's not a good thing. Or the real knife. Yeah, not a good thing. And then this got me thinking. Okay, well, Immortals Club. Jumping someone. Which would be a really, really cool. But then, what about everyone at the end of this episode? We have the... Wait, where is it? We have Cuphead and Nico getting sent in one portal. And Shovel Knight with Zagreus. Cuphead and Nico get sent into that portal. And according to this guy, there's somewhere in here, he mentioned it. Somewhere, part 2, plot of episode 3.
Moro said the episode will explain in detail how petrification works, once again hinting at the fact that the petrifieds may not be dead. Moro said the episode
there will be a somewhat old indie game that will be teased for episode 4.
There may be, but another character will be revealed at the very end of the episode, described as a somewhat old indie game. Moro said the episode will explain in...
Now, does he explain that more? Oh yeah, this guy also came up like the idea that, or maybe not came up, I don't know. He has the idea that the rogues can be absorbed by Charlotte in their nightmare form. There's also the other idea that it's you can defeat the rogues faster when they're in their nightmare form. Yeah.
More in depth about...
Do the rogues care for each other?
About the rogues' relationships in a way that will quote-unquote destroy our primary...
Destroy people's perception of these guys? I'm guessing here that what it's going to be is the rogues are... They're not evil. They're just corporate. Like, their whole idea is, like... I know, like, the rogues, each one of them is based off a game engine. So, they're not, like, being evil. Like, they would prefer not to kill people, but it's just more efficient to kill... Like, let's say, oh, one person is out of their world. Okay, kill that person, reboot the world, or maybe... and whatnot. Metisora, their solution is turn that person to gold, drop them back in their world like nothing happened. Yeah, they're just corporate. They're not necessarily evil. Charlotte's going to be the evil one. I'm guessing, oh, we keep making worlds for the higher beings, us humans, you know, the game devs, whatnot. So I want to be able to make my own worlds and stuff, or what, I don't know. These are just some random ideas I'm tossing out.
Interesting, in the same episode, V1 will be cooking those bones.
Yeah, he's not going to, I'm thinking Moro won't humanize them. He's going to corporatize the rogues.
Unithor will do something controversial to make us hate him, including
Do something controversial to make us hate him. He's gonna kill V1. I don't care. It's just Unithor is just gonna kill V1. It's plain and simple. Kill V1 in the most disrespectful way possible. Like, yo, dang, bro, you didn't need to do him like that.
a flashback and a second separate
something that will happen in Indie Cross episode that might be controversial. Nothing to do with V1's fight. It will be on like the same scale as freezing Birdly. So, and also it doesn't have to do with petrification. I think he says it later in the video. Don't know what that could be.
controversial thing that will happen in
Maybe
the same
it's
episode.
just Frisk. Kara exists now or something,
Comparable
and we get to see Kara in Frisk's head or whatever.
like freezing Birdly in the Snowgrave Deltarune as an example to show the scale. I feel like and another character will be petrified. Interesting because his option
One character that will be turned. My money is on V1. Well, yeah. These are all the options he's got based off who it could be.
really explain why he's so big. Nightmare form.
Okay, where?
Before she can go back to her previous form in episode 1. Before she can go back to her.
Oh, wait.
Charlotte only needs one more rogue before she can go back to her previous form in episode 1. That is very bad. Remember how she was able to take on Frisk who could one-shot anything? I don't know, this is a pretty cooked situation for the cast. They have to stop both because neither are gonna take them home, and they have to do it before both sides video and genuinely liked it. Consider liking and subscribing.
Okay, so Madam and Drifter are sent to a dark place. I have no idea where that could be. Like, really dark place that I'm sure I could I'm sure like anyone could bet like 50 places on where a dark place could be. Which, it could honestly just be a new location, like, oh, here's the void between worlds, or something. Which, yeah, just void between worlds. Honestly, it kind of makes sense. Okay, now I feel like somewhere there was like something about like that. No, wait, not him. Right click, duplicate. Pause. Hey, is it Blue Ghost? Is it this guy? Yeah, this guy. Yeah. Schwartz. Oh, yeah, Indie Duel. Neat. Now,
Memorial Cave? Moro gave new info on the upcoming character in Indie Cross Episode 3? So
Okay,
this
here we
is
go.
news to me, but in a live stream / Q&A, Moro ended up confirming that a new character will show up in the next episode of Indie Cross that isn't Zagreus, so we'll end up getting 2 new characters. Shout out to Testmaker for gathering basically all the information on what we know on this character, and I would also highly recommend you check out their channel because they make some really good theories and content. But onto the info we do know about what was revealed by Moro. They are confirmed to come from a lesser-known indie game, they are confirmed to not be a protagonist, they are easy to animate as they spend most of the episode standing still, they are confirmed to be a guy but also with a girl, they are kinda tall but with something else that makes them taller than they look like, the character is from a platformer, they have 3 colors on their skin, they are not a good guy with no redeeming qualities, they have small screen time in their own game, appearing halfway through the end, they are less known than the actual main character of their game who is kinda iconic in a way. The character is also confirmed to be more so a teaser for the actual character's appearance in episode 4. The eye colors of the character are not visible. Once again,
And here's where it is. I bet the character there, because there's one guy here who says the conductor from A Hat in Time standing on Hat Kid's shoulders. I think he's referring to like that one part in the Iceberg world, like where you have to save everyone, and yeah. And I think, well, that could be a good guess. A better guess, I think, in my opinion, could be who's a hat in time? This penguin, because he's got the heels. He's a penguin, so his 3 skin colors are beak, blue, and white. While he does like to dance, like it wouldn't be hard to make him stand still for a bit. But yeah, and if it's him, then that implies that Hat Kid is coming in. Because here, Hat Kid, meaning we have 3 children. We got Immortals Club, we've got Children Club, which technically Frisk is part of as well, and then I'm not I think that would feel like enough characters to be like, you know what, that's enough characters, no more is needed. Although what we could do is what we could also bring in is like, because with the Madeline and Drifter, they've got their whatever they're at. Madeline's gonna go through trauma, which Madeline will help her through, and I'm thinking with Madeline Drifter, there's either 2 options on clubs they could make. They've got the Speedster Club because they're both fast. They've both got their dash and stuff. Or Schizophrenia, because Madeline has Madeline where like they're not real, like only Madeline could really like interact with them. And then the Drifter has his whole judgment and like jackal things that he sees. I have no clue the lore on that game, but I have played it. Yeah. What else? Anything else? Here's the thing. Oh, wait. I have so much characters, it could be on the description. So he's thinking Brad Armstrong, Omori. I don't think Omori would make sense, because the whole idea of that game is literally just... This takes place in, I think, a child or teenager's head. So, does it make sense? The lamb from Cult of the Lamb. I just don't see that guy fitting in. Chronofarius, no clue. The Messenger, same name, game, I don't know. Biggest guest, Isaac from Angels of Death. Jacket, Hotline Miami, because they fit in my eye. He's a, What people... I feel like this Hat in Time one feels a lesser known. One of the most requested games for... She does sit on a box and leaning and putting in the guts of the mafia yeah, is not lesser known. No. Jane believes that she's so not irredeemable. Oh, new character. Wait.
Make some really good theories and content. But onto the info we do know about what was revealed by Moro. They are confirmed to come from a lesser-known indie game. They are confirmed to not be a protagonist. They are easy to animate as they spend most of the episode standing still. They are confirmed to be a guy, but also with a girl. They are kinda tall, but with something else that makes them taller than they look like. The character is from a platformer.
Okay, never mind. It's the Hat Kid is still an option, except apparently it's not a lesser-known indie game. Okay, I do not know what's lesser known and what's not. Okay. It's not recommended. Oh, right. Because a indie game that isn't recommended would make sense to play an Indie Cross. And I never knew about, like, the Drifter or, like, Beheaded until I saw Indie Cross, so... Huh. Yeah, that wouldn't make sense. I guess he was like, okay, let's start the most well-known, then, like, hop down a tier. Let's start the well-known tier, hop down a tier to lesser-known, then hop down a tier to really less-known. Yeah, I guess so. But yeah. I guess that's all I've got for you. Oh, apparently there, Moro also finished. No, wait. They just. Here in his posts, yeah, there's Charlotte. She is definitely evil. Although this does imply, like, when Charlotte lost her powers, because, like, I think it's implied, like, Unreal was, like, being, captured or contained in some way, and that allowed, and Charlotte made it so, like, she could constantly siphon its powers and whatnot. I don't know, all I know is, Unreal is built different than the Rogues. So, yeah. Also, random thought, technically Nico doesn't need the light bulb to go home now. Also, yeah. Where the light bulb is, I'm guessing Charlotte has it. Because the whole point is, you could use the light bulb to kill a world. Now, to be fair in one shot. You can still bring the world back, even though the world got like erased from because the light bulb shattered. But I'm thinking Charlotte's going to take the light bulb, have her drones or bugs or whatever reverse engineer it, so that way she has a mass-produced amount that could just destroy a world. And that's going to be her goal, just destroy all the other worlds. My worlds will be the only worlds remaining. Yeah, that's nice. Alright, I think I'm done talking.